So you can actually, on this technology, the both of you are on video.
Yes,
so it's really a conversation.
Yes, I can add viewers in who want to ask me questions, and I can have a conversation with them.
And do they challenge you sometimes? I mean,
yeah, that's why they come in there most of the time.
Oh, it's not like, Emily, I just don't understand this. It's more like you're wrong about this.
Sometimes it is that, and I appreciate those times. But a lot of the time, I would say it's people who are like, you're wrong. Well, they start off kind of hostile, and then once I start talking and asking them questions, then they really cool it, because I think they start to realize, oh, like, I actually don't know how to answer that question, and all of these people are watching me right now, and you know what I mean? So
I do think a mistake that people make is they can dismiss Catholicism and the Catholic faith and Christianity in general because it's stupid. Because the problem with that is it's not stupid. It's like, if you think you're smarter than the saints were, if you think you're smarter than the philosophers and theologians, you're not. You could say it's wrong, but you're in a world of hurt if your theory of the Catholic faith is it's stupid.
Oh, yeah. And that's part of why I post what I post is I'm trying to, and like go on live, because I'm trying to get people to understand, look, religion is not just this dead subject that only dumb people fall into, because, I mean, a lot of the backlash or, responses I get from atheists or agnostics is like, religion is just your crutch. You can't deal with the real world. You can't deal with reality. So you have to rely on this fairy tale, on this, empty hope to make your life better or happier. And it's like, okay, no, like why would I believe in a religion that teaches me I need to die to myself daily, love my enemies, pray for those that hate me, if I just want an easy way out.
And master my passions and become a person of love rather than a person of pleasures and of self-seeking and all that. Like, where's the crutch in that? Which part of that is the crutch?
Yeah, I mean, for them, it's like the view of heaven. Like, oh, you have some hope that when you die, you'll, stay alive. But it's like, okay, but I also have the fear of hell weighing on me too. So,
do you really? Because you're on TikTok? Is that why?
I am tested frequently by many people
yes, Lord.
in my lives.
Yeah. Well, right. So, in other words, I imagine what happens then is sometimes a person thinks they have the clever take, and then they actually have to confront your questions and answers, and they go, oh, it's not quite as clever as I thought it was.
Yeah.
Now, that's not convicting. That doesn't turn someone into a Christian. But
True.
At least it removes the illusion that they have that they're dealing with a dope.
Yeah.
Or a dupe.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of what TikTok is, it's super silly. It's just people that are watching for debate. And so they'll like comment W host if you're the person hosting the live stream, or they'll comment L host, like you lost. And so they're like W like you won, or L you lost.
Yeah.
And so they'll spam that in the chat. So after like I bring somebody up, they'll be like, host totally lost. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Like just flooding the comments. So I just like don't look at those because I'm like, whatever, I don't care. But they're just looking for an easy like punch or win. You know what I mean? And so it's hard.
Yeah, that would say Jesus on the cross would get Messiah totally lost. Totally,
exactly.
Like that. We're not scared of losing.
Yeah.
Like the point is God wins.
Exactly. And truth comes out, So I think, my goal is to just show some of these people like, look, these silly, atheists or Protestants coming in and are super argumentative and super hot-headed, like they actually don't know what they're talking about. And so like you shouldn't listen to them because their arguments, their points aren't, very sound upon, some probing. So
right. Do you have a thick skin?
Yeah, I've developed one for sure.
Oh yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, especially like as a woman kind of getting into this field where, typically the people like invested into apologetics are male,
That's very true. That's a very good point.
So
right.
having like men come at me, it's a little, it's kind of a different vibe because it almost feels, I don't know. It's just a little scary in general when any person is like coming at you, but then especially when they're a man, and maybe they're like 3 times my age, because there's some,
Yeah.
older folks on there who don't have
3
anything.
times your age are still young people,
That's true.
As a person who's
That's,
3 times your age, I just want you to know,
I thought you
we're
were,
people too.
I thought you were in your 40s, Si. So
Shit,
anyway,
John,
you know what I mean?
Thank
Like,
you for lying to me, Emily. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I can understand that totally. I mean,
Yeah.
and people say things that surprise you. I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not good at social media, but you go, what? You got that out of? I said this.
Yeah.
And you got that out of it. And then somebody explained trolling to me where it's like, no, they didn't think that you said that. They're twisting
yeah.
what you said. How do you
Yeah.
deal with all that?
Yeah, I think I've handled it better over the years, because at first I would engage those people, and then I started to realize, through trial and error,
yeah.
oh, I just can't engage these people. And so at some points, actually, I just had to stop looking at my comments, because so many people that would hate, so many people, I mean, oh my gosh. And some responses I've made to people who are, very pro-abortion, pro-eugenics, very ableist, it's very scary in the TikTok world, I'll be honest.
Wow.
You see some terrifying things of people just...
Like they want to do away with disabled people?
Yeah, for example, one mother posted a video of her severely disabled child. So many people in the comments, horrible things, basically, why didn't you get rid of it when, before they were born,
Wow.
calling the mother cruel for keeping her baby, keeping the baby alive, horrible things. And so when I've made responses to those videos, calling that out for, the evil that it is, again, comments are flooded with similar things. And so it just kind of, in some ways, makes me lose faith in humanity of wow, this is just wicked.
That's dark. You should have killed your baby.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's horrible. So I have to stop reading the comments when it comes to things like that. But, nowadays when it's about me, or it's about, this girl's annoying or whatever,
Yeah.
I don't care. You can say what you want. It doesn't bother me,
Oh, good for you. It bothers me still. I've been doing this for years, and when they type "this girl's annoying" under my videos, I'm like, that's just me. Come on, man. Have you failed where you felt you failed? Have you had times where you went, I did not handle that well, or man, if I could get that back, I would not have said that, or I would have said this?
For sure. I think some of my biggest mistakes are that I just prolonged the conversation too much. There was clearly somebody who wasn't being respectful, wasn't willing to listen. That's how a lot of people, especially, oh my gosh, if I ever debate abortion, you can put little, a green screen in the back of you. So that's what I'll do. I'll typically have some sort of phrase in the background, the Catholic Church is the only true church, or I'm Catholic, ask me questions, or abortion is murder, or something like that. And if I'm ever debating abortion, that's when it gets really ugly. People talking over you, not letting you speak, just being very nasty, ad hominems, just not staying on topic at all. And my biggest mistakes have been not refocusing the conversation, and also not just cutting the conversation off when it clearly wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah.
And it's the fear of your view. Anytime I do that, though, if I cut the conversation because I'm this is just not productive, people in the comments oh, you couldn't handle it. You knew you were losing, so you had to stop the conversation. And so part of me is well, I don't want to end it because I don't want them to think that I'm just taking the easy way out. But also, this clearly isn't going anywhere. And if I could have somebody come in who I could actually speak truth to them, and they're willing to hear it, then why would I not prioritize those people instead?
Right. Right. And that's the problem with I think the whole comment section on social media is there is this kind of instantaneous judgment that people make.
Yeah.
And if you pay attention to that instantaneous judgment, you won't ever do anything. You won't see, it'd be 11 people put an L next to me. You know,
exactly.
I got defeated. But why do you have resilience with it though? I mean, I'll be honest with you. Here at Catholic Answers, I have a whole community of people around me all the time. When we mess up, there's people to go, to pick you up, to go, it's not as bad as you thought, or it is as bad as you thought, but you'll do it. So there's a kind of communal resilience in it.
Yeah.
Where do you get it? Where do you get that resilience?
Yeah, I mean, I have friends that actually I like met through TikTok, and so they become like very good friends. Like one of them, I was in her bridal party. They like if I go live, which I don't go live as often as I used. Like I used to go live every single day. But now I can't do that as often. So, but if I go live, I'll like send the link to them and be like, hey, I'm going live, like watch it. So then afterward, if I feel like, oh wow, like I feel like I messed up here, or I wish I would have done this, they can be reassuring and be like, no, like I thought you responded well, or, they could say it's okay. Like we all kind of, they were grilling you for 20 minutes. It's okay. So
Yeah.
I have that support, but also just prayer, honestly. Having the Lord to support me, because like I told you earlier, there's been so many clear signs to me that like this is what the Lord wants me to be doing, even at times when I resist it and I'm like, Lord, choose somebody else, like not me, like Moses, so anybody else but me, that can be a feeling that I have, but knowing that the Lord has made it clear this is where he's called me, that's my strength, that's my kind of reassurance.
Good for you. Good for
Yeah.
you. So tell me about what are some of the most maybe common objections you have, because essentially what you're
Yeah.
doing is inviting people to consider the Catholic faith.
Yeah.
So what are the objections to that consideration?
Well, from
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm asking you with 15 seconds left.
Oh my gosh.
Give me one.
Okay.
What-
Yeah. A lot of people say, how do you know, like with the history of the Catholic Church and all the evil that it's done, how could you be okay with it? I mean, clearly, again, it's just misunderstanding, misinformation from their part on, the church itself. So.
And then there's the music. Emily,
Yep.
Emily Torres has been our guest. I honestly
That's
did.
okay.
I was having so much fun talking with you. I didn't even look at the clock. I looked back and Edgar looks like he's going to throw up like when I asked you a question. So Edgar, you okay? You're going to be all right? Okay, he's all right. Emily Torres, Catholic Converts on TikTok.